Hello everyone and welcome to chapter 4.3. Chapter 4.3 simply is just an extension of chapters 4.1 and or sections 4.1 and 4.2 in chapter 4, except the distributive law here is applied to more complex algebraic expressions that involve a couple of pairs of parentheses, as we can see here, and fractions, right? Expressions within fractions. So all of it is quite simple once we get into it and understand what's going on. So let's look at example 9. Excuse me, on page 104. Here we have this expression 2 times brackets x minus 5 times open parentheses 3 minus x, close parentheses and close brackets. Now, you probably already know that brackets function just like an extra pair of parentheses. We can, as a matter of fact, write them in the form of parentheses. It's just visually easier and mechanically maybe even easier to write them as brackets. Okay, so we're going to follow PEMDAS in opening the first set of parentheses inside this expression. So we've got negative 5 times 3, negative 5 times negative x, right? So we're expanding this, this expression using the distributive law. So let's go for it. We've got negative 5 times 3, negative 15. Then we have negative 5 times negative x. Negative times negative becomes a positive, and the result is 5x. Okay, so now we just put the x down, and now our parentheses can be round or it can be square. It really just doesn't matter. Okay, and then we put 2 in front. Now here we have another opportunity to use the distributive law. So we need to expand this expression now, right? So we're going to be multiplying 2 by the x, by what next? Right, and then by, okay. So let's do it. We've got 2x, then what? Did you say minus 30? Right? 2 times negative 15. Good. And then plus 10x. Then you will remember we like to put our like terms close together, even though I know you already see what to do with them, but please humor me on this one. We will avoid a lot of mistakes in the future if we do this. And then 2x plus 10x, of course, is 12x minus 30. And we'll look at the solution on page 104 and see that we did a good job and we arrived at the same solution exactly. I hope it was easier for you, however, to see the way that I'm solving it step by step. Of course, you can always look in the book as well. All right. So please look at other examples on page 104. Okay, and together we're going to look at example 11A on page 105. All right, so here we have expressions in fractional form, and maybe it feels a little startling. However, just think of these as normal fractions. Don't worry about them being 3x minus 4 and 2x plus 5. Just see them as a whole. I don't know how to say it better, like see them in their entirety, right? Anyway, let's just do it and then you'll understand what I'm talking about. So first, of course, we need to come up with a common denominator. For 4 and 3, the best common denominator is 12, right? So here we have 12 plus, here we have 12. And now here we're gonna multiply this expression by 3, just like we would a number. And here, in order to get 12, we multiply it by 4. And that's what we're gonna write down. I kind of want a blue color here, maybe even dark blue. There we go. All right, so, and that's exactly what we write down. 3 times 3x minus 4 plus, on top we have 4 times 2x plus 5. And now I think you see what you're going to have to do, right? So of course we're going to have to open parentheses. We're going to have to expand. We're going to have to expand. Going to use distributive law to expand these expressions. And so we have 9x minus 12 over 12 plus 8x plus 20 over 12, right? And because we have a common denominator here, we can pretty much just solve the expression on top, right? 9x minus 12 plus 8x plus 20 over 12, right? You know what I'm going to say next. I'm going to ask you to put the like terms together. It looks like I'm running out of space. All right, here we go. 9x and 8x, as well as negative 12 and 20. So let's do this. I'm going to try to write a little bit smaller. Okay, minus 12 plus 20. Just take your numbers and place them next to each other. Okay, 9x plus 8x, we have 17x, and here we have plus 8 over 12. Okay, I'm gonna check the solution on page 105, and hallelujah, we have arrived at the right answer. Okay, we're gonna try a few more examples in the next recording. I hope that it's becoming a little bit clearer for you, and if it's not, that's absolutely not an issue. We will make time to sit down together and make sure that you understand everything. All right, good luck.